All right, Rob Mills, Steph from That Theatre Live. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks so much for having me. Thanks for coming out.
Pleasure. Can you tell me a bit about your history with performing?
Oh, my history performing. I started performing at a pretty young age, but I was mainly in bands, cover bands and original bands, and then got into Australian Idol back in 2003. Can you believe it's nearly 20 years since Australian Idol? So I was 21 back then, turned 40. I've been lucky enough to be, having a career in entertainment for the last 20 years is
amazing.
Yeah, over 20 years if I conclude all my band stuff. Yeah, back in the day, singing in pubs in Melbourne.
Yeah.
And got into theatre. My first big stage show was here actually at the Regent in 2008 doing Wicked. And from then, just lots of musicals like Legally Blonde, Jesus Christ Superstar, and Grease, Ghost, and it's just good to be back here again. I was doing chess here last year, just for a short run, and now I'm back doing this, which is, I think, one of the best shows I've ever been a part of.
What a dream.
Yeah, it is. It really is a dream, yeah.
Yeah,
I wanted to do the show the last time it was out here. But Scott Irwin was amazing as Corny Collins. I think I was a bit young, and Scott was just incredible at the show. But I'm glad I, just held out long enough maybe for the show to come back.
Yeah.
So I'm rapt to be doing it now.
Cool. What is the most exciting thing about taking on Corny Collins?
I think one of the reasons because I always wanted to do it, but also he's like the moral compass of the show. If Tracy is the light and the joy in the show, I think Motormouth Maybell is the heart. I think there's something about the Corny Collins being the middleman, the progressive white guy that sees where the future of society is going. The togetherness of equality. So I really enjoy playing that. It's actually not too against myself, who I am as a person. So I thoroughly enjoy the equalitarian in Connie and in Corny, and just being the guy that helps Motormouth and the gang get on television and be the one that brings people together.
Yeah. And what's
through
the
dance.
And what's the most challenging thing?
The most challenging is keeping up with all these kids. Their energy is just infectious. I'm getting old. All this dancing is beyond me a little bit. The kids are so fantastic in the show. Yeah. So I would say that's the most challenging bit, is keeping this high energy throughout the closing number. You can't stop the beat. But actually, since we've had the audiences in, it's really lifted. It's actually pretty easy to keep the energy going because the audience all on their feet and
It's like the audience gives you their
energy.
It
gives the feedback and gives us that energy back.
Yeah.
It's great to the theatres are back opening. I think this is definitely this is the perfect show as well. It is about bringing people together and celebrating love, celebrating togetherness, which we've been separated in our homes for so many years, isolated. So if this show does anything, I think it's just going to bring the community back together.
And why do you think audiences are drawn to Hairspray?
I think it's the heart of the story. It's any story that has the protagonist that is the best, most authentic version of themselves. We all strive to find that oneness within ourselves, trying to be our most authentic and true self. And Tracy just embodies that in a joyous, most beautiful way. So I think there's that, the nice girl gets the guy in the end, the togetherness, the utopia of it. I think we all are searching for that. That's why I think audiences keep coming back. They want that feel-good story, and this is definitely that.
Yeah. When you get into those dance moves, do you think, oh my gosh, what were they thinking back then?
Oh, the old school 60s dance moves?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. All the stuff that we do in the Madison, some of it's pretty crazy. We're going to take it to the basket, Wilt the Stilt. We're going to take it for a drive down Druid Hill, all these old school dance moves. But I kind of love it. I mean, it's basically TikTok before TikTok. If you videotape all these dances, these are all the dances the kids are doing back then. I think dance has progressed, but I think it was cutting edge at the time. And I love that about these dance moves. Maybe we'll start making some TikToks of our own. Bring back the old 60s moves, maybe.
Yeah. Had you seen the movie before taking on the role?
Yeah, I saw the film when it first came out, and I loved it. It's just such a great adaptation of the stage show. A little bit different to the original film, John Waters. I think they did a great job adapting it into a musical, and then the film again just added a bit more dialogue, a bit more context, and filled out a few more gaps and stuff. But yeah, the movie's fantastic, and you can see why the movie's so good, because its core essence is this show. The actual show that we're putting on now is the 20th anniversary version of, which is the thing that inspired the movie.
Amazing.
That's why I think everyone loves this. Who love the movie will definitely love this. This is the show that inspired it.
Yeah. What is it like working with Shane Jacobson? What was it like seeing the first time you saw him in the dressing outfit?
When he was in it as a woman, he's a beautiful woman. Shane and I have not worked together on a big show before. We've done a few little gigs together, so this is just a joy for me. He's just a renaissance man. You know, he's an old school theatre pro, so it's great to have him and Todd, actually, and Rhonda. Like, there's so many old stalwarts in this show. Donzi as well, same with Todd. A couple of newbies in the show, but yeah, it's great to have the old blood and the new blood coming together. Shane and Todd are just magic in the show. I've just thoroughly enjoyed working with them. There's some really good chats backstage, good cups of tea, good stories, good water cooler chat.
Yeah. And lastly, sum up Hairspray in 5 words.
It's joyous. It's got heart. It is electric. It is feel good. That's 5? Like, it's a party.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you. Thanks.